Hello, everybody. Pregame for us. Baseball is back, and we got all the fixins here today. Opening day, 3.5 hours away. Opening with Nationals Yankees, followed by Dodgers Giants. Today, me and Will are going to preview every division in the MLB. We're missing a piece. He's right here. Will Stewart. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. All right, guys. Dude, opening day. Baseball is back.
Finally.
You do not even know how excited we were before recording this.
We're so excited.
I mean, the day after we recorded the comeback episode, we came up with the idea. It has to be a division preview for the MLB.
Yeah.
And what better day to do it on, Will?
Yeah.
Than opening day.
Yeah.
So, we'd like to welcome you guys in. Chase Gibson, obviously, Will Stewart. And we are, just break down every division in the MLB. We sorted them into 3 categories, kind of like we did last episode of the NBA. We got contenders, dangerous teams, and teams with absolutely no chance.
Yep.
So, before we do that, have to do the burning question. It's very simple. Very simple.
Yeah.
2 games tonight for opening day. Will, Nationals, Yankees, Dodgers, Giants. Who wins both of those?
So, first game's at 7:10.
Yep.
That is Nationals, Yankees.
Okay.
I'm going to go Yankees.
You're in Yankees.
Yeah, Cole on the mound.
Uh-huh.
Probably top 5 pitcher.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%.
I mean, also for the Nats, Soto's out. Juan Soto.
Yeah, we
just tested
positive for COVID today.
Got the notification. So
Yep.
and they also lost Rendon the offseason.
Obviously, yes.
So now they're kind of
The big hitters, they're gone.
Yeah,
for the
they're
Nationals.
lacking, so they really have no one. And then, you have Scherzer on the mound.
Obviously, yes, but the
top 5 too.
The Yankees, the power team. I mean, they got 3 of the top home run hitters in history, percentage of home runs in history. 3 of the top 5 in history are on the Yankees.
Who's that? Judge,
Stanton, and Sanchez. Are you kidding, Will?
Then they have Gleyber Torres.
Oh my God.
I mean, they have
DJ LeMahieu. The talent on the Yankees, the young talent on the Yankees.
And they have depth, the bullpen.
Exactly. So James Paxton, a little bit of
Luis Severino.
Yep.
Starting
Tanaka.
pitcher. Tanaka.
Are you kidding?
And Chapman, I think he has COVID, but
well, yeah. But I mean, is that even fair?
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, I'm also gonna go with the Yankees. Okay. And now second game, I believe 10:15 ish.
Yep.
Late game Dodgers Giants. Now I feel like they could have made it a little more fair considering the Dodgers are the most stacked team in baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, Betts, Muncy, Turner, Bellinger. What? Dude, is that even fair?
That's not fair at all.
Seager, Peterson, dude.
I mean,
I
got Dodgers.
And then Kershaw, Buehler, and Price. Well, not Price. He opted out of the season, but Buehler and Kershaw.
I mean,
So, the starting pitchers, Kershaw versus Johnny Cueto, who finally shows up.
Finally pitching for once.
Exactly. Injuries have plagued his career. But, Will, who wins that game?
Dodgers. I mean,
no hesitation on that, and I'm also going to go Dodgers. Yeah. I mean, you'll see us talk about the Dodgers, and we could talk about them. We could just literally list their players for a good 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The amount of talent that is on the Dodgers is
so
ridiculous. Good. And we'll talk a little bit about Mookie Betts' huge contract that he signed. I believe it's like $365 million?
It's like 13.
Guaranteed
I know
money?
it's 13 years.
Yeah, it goes through 2032.
Yeah. How much is it?
I think it's $365. There's a little bit of guaranteed money. Second biggest contract in MLB history, besides obviously Mike Trout's. Bryce Harper's behind it. Stanton, Machado, all those guys.
Yeah.
But okay, Will. Today MLB preview by division. We're gonna go through each division. Obviously, we already told you 3 categories: contenders, dangerous teams,
and then
no chance. Jump right into it with the AL East. So we literally just talked about this team, Will. We did this together. We collabed. So if you guys don't agree, please comment what you think.
Tell us what you think. You just list the teams.
Yeah, exactly. And then, so Will, contenders for the AL East.
That is
Rays and Yankees.
Okay.
We already talked about the Yankees. The phenomenal bullpen with Paxton and Severino and
Chapman when he comes back. And
then Cole. I mean, no question, right? And
obviously.
And then maybe a little bit of Marciero Tanaka.
Mm-hmm.
Tanaka. Yeah. So, Will, I mean, and then the phenomenal hitting with Stanton, Judge, and Sanchez, and Torres, and Mahu. So how would this team not be a contender, right?
Injuries. I mean,
wow. That's a really good point, ladies and gentlemen. That's their kryptonite.
That's
their Superman. That's their kryptonite, dude. Injuries.
Mainly, I think pitching injuries.
You also looked at Judge was off for off the batting order for a really amount of time, and I took a little brief look at all these teams' rosters before we started the show, and the Yankees, I mean, they have at least 5 guys that when you look next to them on ESPN, there's a little red DD, day-to-day. So there's a lot of there's some injuries. I mean, most of these people are actually going to be playing in this game tonight, but versus World Series champs. But I don't see the Yankees in 60 games.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't see injuries being a long-term factor for them.
Because last year they had injuries and they were
like, what's the equivalent of winning 100 games in a 162 game season to that? That's like winning like 42, like 45.
44,
like that's like
42.
a good 75% of your games. And I think they'll be very good this year. Okay,
now
Rays.
Rays.
See, the pitching out of this world, right? I mean, Snell is probably. Would you say he's top 10
pitcher
in the league?
Oh yeah, and top 5 lefty.
Oh, okay,
sure.
And then how about Charlie Morton?
Oh yeah,
he's a nice number 2.
And he's from the Astros
in the bullpen. Yeah.
That.
So the only reason I think I would bump him down to dangerous is just they have no, like, Tommy Pham is gone, right? Like they have no
power. I guess.
Exactly. No hitting talent.
Yeah, I mean, really
so they have to be able to clean up the batting to be able to actually contend with the Yankees. And I mean, they've showed they can do that, right?
Yeah.
Past couple of years, especially 2 years ago, when we actually started and we did the baseball episode. A year ago, they were like.
Oh yeah.
Remember their first 60 games?
Oh yeah,
how they had started?
They're like, they won like
43. They were 43 and 17, I think, through 60 games.
They're amazing.
Like if they can do that here, they might win the
60
division.
games, yeah, I agree.
Exactly, because I don't think they're not a long-term team.
Yeah, good point.
They're not a team where you look at them and you're like, these guys can win throughout the entire season. Because Red Sox almost caught up to them at the end of the season and jumped them for that wild card
Red
spot.
Sox in third.
Yeah, by 2 games.
Yep.
And like, keep in mind the Rays were in first at one point.
And the Yankees were in second.
Exactly. So so they have to be able to keep winning they've done.
Consistency.
I think a 60-game season is huge for teams like the Rays, teams like the Twins,
and the A's, and like
exactly those teams that just they start out great,
Yes.
like the Reds that start out great and they falter. So those are our contenders.
Okay.
Now we head down. Scary upset team that could be dangerous. Well, Boston. Breaking news, guys! If you did not hear, they have shut down Eduardo Rodriguez, and you guys know I'm a Red Sox fan. Heartbroken. He had minor complications. His pitching was not going well because he had tested positive for COVID.
No,
Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, Sunday. So the Red Sox pitching is a problem.
I mean,
it was a problem last year. It was what kept them out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
And now you want to be like, okay, let's put a dent in their hitting as well by trading away Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
But the young talent that is on their team, Devers, dingers for days, dude. He caught 5. He had like 12 home runs in like 30 games.
They have they got a guy from the Dodgers. I forget his name. Verdugo, right fielder.
Jackie Bradley Jr.
Yes.
Bogarts. Christian Vasquez, Xander Bogaerts.
Not a rookie, but he's kind of a veteran.
He's a veteran, but he's an incredible player,
Martinez.
right? The catcher, JD Martinez. I mean, you have to put him on there. So when you look at the Red Sox, I mean, when they hit, they hit. If you remember the game in London, with the Yankees. They scored 13 runs, and they scored 6 of them in the first inning. There were 9 home runs combined in that game. And J.D. Martinez went off. Bradley went off. So when these guys hit, I mean, you look at the games that they won in, they batted like 500, dude. Like they got on base like every other at bat. So they were an incredible hitting team. But with the pitching, Chris Sale, like 3 years ago. 308 strikeouts in a season.
And then you look at...
He was cranking it.
And then you look at last year. I mean...
He fell.
His ERA was like...
Yeah, it was 5 or 6. Like, it was ridiculously bad. We looked at him, like, one guy who was AL Cy Young, almost an AL MVP.
And this is when he was with the White Sox, right?
No, this is when... Remember when he was with the Red Sox? Remember when he was with the Red Sox and he won the World Series over the Dodgers when Steven Pierce won MVP?
Yep.
And he
was phenomenal.
He should have won MVP.
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding me? He pitched a no-hitter in Game 3 in the World Series. I cannot think of another pitcher in the last decade that has been able to do that, has pitched a no-hitter in the World Series.
I don't know.
I mean
he's probably the only one.
So you look at him, he's faltered. Red Sox could be dangerous, but I mean, they get hitting, they're going to beat you.
Yeah.
Okay, no chance. Orioles, obviously. I mean,
they literally have no one.
Are they gonna be? They're the worst team in the MLB.
Yeah,
them
and the Tigers.
I mean, yeah, them and the Tigers.
But
I think by far Orioles.
Yeah,
Orioles
I
are
agree.
the worst team in the MLB. Are you kidding me? Have you seen a more terrible team that cannot get on base and throws you a fastball? It's like 75 miles an hour right down the plate, so you can hit a dinger. Terrible. And then the Blue Jays, they could be dangerous, but I just think
they have young talent.
Yeah,
they have
Guerrero,
lots of young talent.
Oh, every time he hits that ball, goodbye. See you later.
Goodbye.
So he's amazing.
Yeah.
But their pitching is terrible on another level, though.
Like they have one good pitcher.
Yeah.
Hinge Rio, Dodgers.
Oh, yeah, they got him from the Dodgers. Yeah. But he's going to be the same?
Sure.
You never know. Like a 1.27 ERA is like once in a lifetime type stuff. So, maybe. We'll may see the Blue Jays, but I'm going to go no chance there. Yeah. AL Central now.
Okay, so this is the Indians and
Twins. The Twins? Are you kidding me? They, in my opinion, best team in the AL.
In the whole AL.
Whole AL. Better than the Yankees, better than the Astros. And especially where you get to play 60 games. Well, they were like 49 and 11. Like and they shattered the home run record in a season.
Well, they had like how many they had, like 200 or 300 or something.
It was
exactly. Phenomenal.
And they're hitting.
It's out of the park. I mean,
dude,
it is amazing.
Out of the park every time.
Out of the park every time.
And then you add Josh Donaldson.
Okay.
That is stupid. That is overpowered.
And you still have so isn't Donaldson third base?
Yeah.
And they still, Miguel Sano.
Yeah, Miguel Sano is phenomenal.
He's just gonna play bench, and he can just hit dingers as well.
Your DH,
yeah, dude. DH, like.
Oh my God. And then, I mean, their pitching isn't terrible.
Yeah, I mean they have some pitchers, but
Jacob Dorizzi. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's hard
Jacob
to say.
Dorizzi.
Mm-hmm.
He's good.
He's good.
But he's like the only consistent pitcher on that team.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I mean, the Twins in 60 games, I guarantee you they will be first in this division. Like there is no question.
No chance.
Unless the Indians go on one of those stupid runs and like a 17-game winning streak, like 11-game winning streak, like they've done in the last couple of years.
Last year and years.
And then the year they went to the World Series, like back in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, like Indians, they're a good team, right? Like they're like a very talented team with they have probably the best. Maybe it's up there with the Astros for the best middle infield in the AL.
Who, the Indians?
Yeah.
Yeah, I say Astros then.
Okay. Then Indians. But Indians have to be top two, right?
Yeah.
Ramirez. Lindor, Santana.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that is stupid.
That is stupid.
They can all play phenomenal defense. We've seen Lindor, and Lindor hit. Yeah. He's amazing.
They can all hit.
So their pitching is Mike Clevenger.
They have Bieber.
Shane Bieber.
They traded away
Corey Kluber.
But
they
and
feel
Bauer last year.
But
that was last year.
And then obviously they lost DCF Week. But I mean that's not really much of a loss.
Yeah, he's a free agent now.
Yeah, well he's with the Braves now.
They cut him. Remember?
Oh my!
He got COVID.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys didn't see that.
Yeah.
They got COVID and they're like, nope, we don't want to see you here anymore, so they cut him. But anyway. Yeah, so I think the Indians could definitely be a contender. Their pitching much improved from last year. I feel like even with Klaus Kluber, and then their hitting is just always
been
out of the park.
Yeah.
So yeah, no chance. I mean, those scary team. White Sox. I don't. Dude, Tim Anderson. Are you kidding? Dude, he's ridiculous. I don't know if there's a better young talent than Tim Anderson.
Oh yeah, he's only like 23, 22. So that's really good.
One of the best players in baseball. Yeah. And then you add Yasmani Grandal
from the Brewers, right?
Dude.
And then you have Jose Abreu, first baseman.
Oh my God, dude. Is that even that's not fair? Their hitting is not fair.
Their pitching is.
And then Dallas Keuchel.
Giolito. He had like a 1 ERA.
Like
whole year.
The only reason I wouldn't put them at the contenders is because I feel like they try to live up to expectations every year, right? They always have these high expectations to compete in the same city as the Cubs, same division as the Indians, the Twins. So, well, just recently the Twins, but if you look at that, you're like, ooh, like that is tough. That is not. So, that's the only reason I put them up there. But again, they're going to be dangerous because, like, we're mentioning this again. It's 60 games.
Yeah,
it's 60 games.
That's a huge part of these teams.
Exactly. So most of these teams are not consistent, especially teams that we've gone through in the past couple with the Twins and the what was the team that was in for? Okay, Yeah, like the Twins, and now the White Sox.
Yeah.
And the Rays would be another example. So I do think the White Sox can be dangerous. I think Tim Anderson is going to absolutely just go off.
I mean, he might get 20, 25 home runs.
In 60 games, he's insane. So Now we go. No chance. Tigers, Royals. Tigers, they're up for the worst team in baseball. They haven't been a threat since 2013.
And that's when Miguel Cabrera was like in his prime.
Yeah.
Now he's just washed.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just
old.
He's terrible now.
Exactly. And they haven't gained anything that showed me that they can be a threat. Yeah. They picked up any, like, have you seen any free agency activity from the Tigers recently?
Nah. I mean, maybe like trash players. I mean, that's it.
And then Royals, they're more talented.
They're better.
But 59 wins.
How many Tigers have? They probably had like 50.
Tigers probably had like 40. They were terrible. But 59 wins for the Royals, a team that was playoff worthy a couple of years ago.
2015-16.
2015-16, they were
there.
2015 World Series champs.
Yeah.
Defined all odds and went World Series. Then 2016 they went to the playoffs.
Yep.
2017 is when they started to go on the downward
They
spiral,
lost
but they
did
exactly.
And then they just
started going on a downward spiral.
Yeah.
They're more talented, the Tigers, but it just doesn't excuse 59 wins last year.
Yeah.
They couldn't crank anything out with the hitting.
The bullpen and
the bullpen, they couldn't.
They
didn't have consistency in the bullpen.
No.
They'd be like one night 13 strikeouts,
and the
next night like a 9 ERA.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 strikeouts. Like.
Exactly. So AL West now, last division in the AL.
This division
contenders,
is
Astros has to be right.
Yeah.
No question.
Cheaters.
Most talented team in baseball.
Yeah.
Well, besides maybe LA Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to be up there even with a shortened season, right? Because they're one of the few teams in baseball that I'll put you in a 10-game season, you'll be great, and in a 162-game season,
you'll be
great.
Yeah.
It's like they're so consistent. Again, you mentioned the middle infield, and the outfield's phenomenal too. Leading Springer, and then Brantley, and then obviously Correa, Altuve. Do I need to say any more? Correa,
Bregman.
I mean, he's one of the best young talents in baseball as well. He's proven himself too. And they're pitching. They lost Cole.
Do they have Verlander?
Oh, they still have Verlander.
Is he? I didn't know if he was playing or not.
Yeah, he's still playing.
He is? Okay.
Yeah, okay. So they still have Verlander, right?
Yeah, and they still have
Cy Young runner. Like he knows how it's done.
And they have a really good closer. I forget his name. Ken Giles. I don't know if you know him.
Oh, okay.
He's super good.
Yeah. So
Good
I mean,
closer.
they have talented pitchers, but they're just not. They have like a couple talented pitchers, right?
Yeah.
Not all of their bullpen is like you look at it and you say, "Wow, that's a good pitcher."
But I think their hitting makes up for it.
No, 100%. Yeah. With what they can do with, especially George Springer is phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean
Springer, Altuve,
Correa.
We're not going to talk about them cheating. Hopefully they don't do that this season with the trash cans and the buzzers and the walk-off home run versus the Yankees. You see him jogging back. He's like, "Don't open my jerk because there's a buzzer under there."
Was that Altuve?
Yeah.
And his excuse was, "I got a new tattoo." And the funny thing is that
BS.
They did an interview a few nights later in the locker room, and he had his shirt off. No tattoo.
No tattoo.
Nothing right here.
Interesting. Get tattoo removed, Mr. Altuve.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're not gonna really discuss that, but still, they'll still be good though, even with all of their literally every single one of their pitching staff is gone.
Yeah.
From that season.
Their head coaches, right?
You mean their manager? Yeah. The manager's gone.
Out.
Okay, he's out of here. Cora, who was the manager for the Red Sox, but he was still involved in that incident. So, dude, he was gone a long time ago.
Yeah. Who's the Red Sox new manager?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no clue.
All right, now another contender. Guys might disagree with this one. A's.
No, I agree.
They almost broke 100 wins. They're 97, I think, last season. Yeah, 97.
They're like the Rays
last year.
Think. Like
you really do? You compare them to the Rays?
Yeah, like not like the lineup, but like how they play. Like like consistency.
That's their issue.
No, that's what they're good at. Consistency, like the Rays, and just like,
But the Rays were on a downward spiral last year. Like they're just.
Yeah, but like.
Do you think a 60-game season will help them out?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I'm saying though, like both teams are good in like short spurts.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So like they're not good with consistency. They're not good.
No. My bad. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And then Matt Chapman, the duo of the Mats, Matt Chapman,
Matt Olson.
Yep. They are both insane. Both great hitters.
Chris
Davis. Both broke out. Okay, Chris Davis. And then their pitching though. I mean, Mike Fears.
Mike Fears.
Is he really the only notable guy in that bullpen?
Yeah, I mean, they have another closer. I forget his name. He's from Australia. He's super good.
But, like,
I forget his name.
If you look at starting pitchers, do you see anybody besides Mike Fears? No, not really. Exactly. So, they up their pitching, kind of like the Rays, but opposite. Rays need to upgrade their hitting if you want to.
Yeah.
The A's they upgrade their pitching.
And then
they may break 40 wins. I think. And that's really good.
Yeah. For 60 game season.
All right, dangerous teams. We got 2 now. Rangers is the first one, and people are like what's like Rangers? Guess who they just got, guys? Corey Kluber.
Yeah.
They got Corey Kluber. Their rotation is deadly now.
Mm-hmm.
A long time in a while. And then on the other side, Robinson Chirinos. Mm-hmm. He was almost an all-star.
Joey Gallo
is a great player, great young player.
Yes.
And their talent is ridiculous. Since do they still have Chu?
Since Chu?
Yeah,
they do.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
used to be on the Reds. Now he's on the Rangers and
the pitching.
Yep, exactly. And they're pitching.
Mike Minor
with Kluber.
Dude,
that's dangerous.
Is Kluber a lefty or righty?
I think he's a righty.
Okay, I was gonna say
that is it.
Because Minor's a lefty. They have 2 lefty pitchers that are deadly. Ooh, that's dangerous.
All right,
okay.
And then Angels. Great.
They
hitting.
They got a lot better this season.
Trout.
Rendon.
That's the big off-season.
That's the big signing.
And then Ohtani. La Stella. And Ohtani's a pitcher. Yeah,
he's a dual threat.
Besides him, they don't really have any notable pitchers, though.
No,
having to bat and pitch.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a lot to balance.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna see some off nights from him. No chance now. We mentioned like those Mariners.
I mean,
68 wins. They started out like they did. They started out not terrible.
Yes, but like as the season
they couldn't
went on,
finish.
Yeah,
there's no room for that in a 60-game season.
The pitching,
especially when you come down to the 50th game, 55th game, down to the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
There's no room for not finishing since there's less games. Every game you lose means more than 162 games, right?
Oh yeah, way more.
Exactly, and with how many losses did they have?
Probably had like last year.
Yeah, like 90.
I'd say 90, like.
I'm gonna go like
95, 90.
Yeah, I say
that range.
I say 90. I think they had like 94. 94. Yeah. So, there's no room for that, right? Starting out well would be good.
Yes, that helps them.
60-game season, but I think it was only through like 30 games.
Yeah, and they also have no chance because their division
is so stacked, right? So no chance.
Let me explain the teams. Yeah.
Move on to the NL East.
All right, now we're on the National League.
NL East, on to the NL. NL East, we got 3 contenders here.
Yeah, stacked.
Braves, Nats play tonight. They can really up their stakes with the winner for the Yankees.
Right?
Phillies. Right. Braves, loaded, dude.
Loaded.
Acuna, Freeman,
Albies,
Albies.
Freeman is playing.
Gained. Well, I mean, they cut Puig. Imagine if they would have had Puig too. You know how good this team would have been. They were first, no question, right?
Oh yeah.
And then, so watch out for the Braves team. They're going to be phenomenal.
Swanson, shortstop.
Oh my
He's
God,
Gold Glove.
And the Nationals, best pitching duo in baseball. Strasburg, Scherzer. You kidding? Not even fair. They lost Rendon and Soto though. So how are they supposed to? Well,
Soto, he'll be returning.
He'll be back, but the game, he's gonna miss the biggest game, probably one of the biggest games of the season against the Yankees
tonight. Yeah.
So, Phillies, they're slept on, right? They're slept on.
Especially
but they start. Remember how well they were last? They were first in this division.
Yes.
For a while.
Was that like during like
last season?
May and April.
Yeah, May and April. We did a show in late May.
Oh yeah,
where they were first.
May 31st.
Yep. Where they were first.
They were.
In the division.
Harper wasn't that good, but
Harper does not start out well. I don't feel like even when he was on the Nationals, I don't feel like he was.
He's never.
And then they started out phenomenal last season. The season 60 games. They start fast. They're able to take the division. And I mean the Braves didn't. I mean they started out decently well last season, but they didn't start out as well as the Phillies did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Those are the contenders. Now we move on. Dangerous teams. Mets.
Mets
went 86 and 86.
Also, the pitching is phenomenal.
DeGrom,
Syndergaard.
Oh my, that combination.
That duo. I mean,
they've been there for a while, but now.
Do you think that duo is better than Scherzer and?
No, not a chance.
Yeah,
not a chance. Syndergaard's lost his touch, I think.
Yeah.
He hasn't been. He hasn't been on the cover of Sports Illustrated in a while.
Yeah.
Remember when he was 20. Like 20, 15, 16?
17. I mean, he was.
When he was best pitcher
he was the best.
in the NL.
Yeah, I think he won Cy Young.
He did win Cy Young.
Yeah.
And DeGrom was like still good because he had like 30. I mean, he had like through I think the All-Star break. Remember we did the All-Star game one?
Oh yeah.
And he had like 132 strikeouts.
DeGrom?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I'm like, dude, what? But I mean, his win-loss record was not good.
Yeah.
He needs to be able to win games, not just strike people out.
Yeah.
So he does that. This will be huge. And then the difference though, last year, because I mean, Syndergaard and DeGrom have always been threats.
Mm-hmm.
But now you bring in Alonso to the mix.
Alonso,
who could be NL MVP.
I mean, he was a rookie last year.
Exactly.
He had, I think, 49 homers.
And then, oh my God, and that's stupid. That is absolutely stupid.
That's so. Yeah.
But I think the only problem is with him winning MVP is Yelich and Bellinger and Betts now in your division. So, and two of those guys are on the same team. That's kind of scary.
So, I mean, yeah, two potential MVPs
on the same team. That is not fair. But so I think I do think they have to be able to keep up the consistency for hitting to be able to actually win. All right, no chance. Marlins.
I mean, they have some young talent, but
they're just not. They don't have enough experience to be able to get them to the next level. And we've been saying this for years, right? We've been saying this for years.
I mean, ever since they lost Stanton, they've just been.
They have not been the same.
They've just been bad.
All right, contenders for the NL Central. This is my favorite division in baseball.
It's probably one of the most stacked.
Oh yes, 100%. I mean, now
with the Reds being
a threat.
Yeah.
Contenders: Brewers, Cards, Cubs. We're in Cincinnati. Reds fans don't get mad at me that we didn't. Don't get mad at me and Will that we did not.
I mean, I'm a Reds fan. I was fine with that.
Okay. Brewers, they found their man. Yelich, out of this world. There's no way he's from Earth. Like he's
probably from like
he's probably from like Mars,
Jupiter.
Dude, that is just inhuman. He had 29 home runs in like the first 80 games.
That is
so
good.
And then
we got Lorenzo Cain, center field.
Grandal, he was losing Grandal, and they lost Eric Hosmer.
They did, and Moustakis.
So they lost a lot.
Oh,
they didn't lose a lot pitching wise.
True. They lost one. I forget his name. They lost one starter to the Braves. That's it.
Hader.
Oh.
Josh Hader.
Probably one of the best lefties.
Yeah, and probably one of the most talked about closers in baseball.
His fastball's like 99, 100 miles per hour.
His knuckle curve is nasty. It's stupid, dude. I'll get you every time. Hader is a phenomenal pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to have other pitchers besides closers. Yeah. Brewers lost a lot of talent. I think they can be able to continue the momentum, but Moustakis, Hosmer, Grandal. That's tough right there.
Yep.
Cardinals, no question, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've been competing for what, like 15 years ever since they got Pujols?
Oh, yeah.
Well, and then he's gone now, but like
he's gone.
Ever since they got Pujols.
And Yachty. I mean, ever since they've had Yachty.
Yeah, ever since they got Yachty.
Really good.
2 World Series in the 2000, and then like this millennium in the 2000, like in the century.
In this century, yeah.
And so, in the 21st century, and then Goldschmidt, Yachty,
veteran.
Dexter Fowler,
veteran.
Colton Wong.
Not a veteran, but I mean,
young talent. You need a mix. A healthy mix
like
is what the
mix,
Cardinals have.
Yes.
So that's huge, and then obviously Cubs. All over the field, there are stars.
Except the pitching is.
Pitching shaky. I will admit that.
I mean, they have good they have good pitchers like Yu Darvish.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but he's so inconsistent, dude.
That's the thing.
That's
the
problem.
Thing. They have like.
There's no consistency with the Cubs.
They have
at all.
Jake Arrieta.
Okay.
I mean, he's inconsistent. That's the problem with the pitchers.
Okay. So I mean, all but like hitting wise, like dude, Rizzo, Bryant,
Contreras, catching.
Oh, Wilson Contreras, he's one of my favorite catchers of the game. That's stupid. Like that's not fair.
Javier.
Oh my God.
Kyle Schwarber. I mean, the list goes on.
Kyle Schwarber went to IU, by the way.
He did. He's from. Yeah. I think he's from Hamilton, Cincinnati.
Okay, but anyway, sorry, I'm an Indiana baseball fan, so I gotta.
I mean, he has an Indiana Bob Soccer. I'm staring at so.
All right, dangerous teams. We put the Reds on here.
Don't get mad.
You guys. I mean, we didn't only put them in contenders just because they haven't proven anything yet.
Yeah, I mean.
No offense to your Reds fans, you always say you're gonna be good, and then you fall short. And Will, I know you're a Reds fan, right? You're a Reds fan. You've been a Reds fan since you were little. You can back this up.
Yeah. We always think.
Like anybody, right?
We always think this is the year.
This is the year. This
year
we're in the playoffs.
I mean, first 60 games we're like, okay.
Well, that's the thing. That's why we put them in contenders, dude. 60 games.
You're right.
Only 60 games. They performed through those 60 games. Best rotations in baseball. Gray, Castillo,
Bauer.
Oh my God, that's stupid. Yeah, Moustakis.
Good.
That's huge because they need hitting help, right?
Castellanos.
Yeah. The addition of Castellanos. Yeah. So the Reds, they're gonna. I would admit, I don't hate the Reds, obviously.
Yeah.
Everyone talks about them being good. I'm like, shut the hell up. But everyone thinks they're gonna be good, right? And I'm a Red Sox fan, so I don't hate the Reds. They're not even in my side of the MLB.
Yeah.
But I just hate when people say, like, I live in Cincinnati, like random people.
Yeah, they're
gonna be good. I'm like, dude,
shut up.
You're wearing a Cubs jersey. Yeah, I've said it. Yeah. You will not believe how many Reds fans are in Chicago. But anyway, so I think the Reds are going to be good. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I'm just going to say it right now. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. Just because I don't know if you guys have noticed that their division is stacked.
Yeah. Wait, okay, I have a question. So out of who are the star teams? Like the Cubs?
Cubs, Cards, and
rank
Brewers.
those teams. Like 1 to 3.
Cards first, Cubs second.
Yeah, I'll
Brewers
say
third.
Brewers last. I think the Reds can maybe catch up to Brewers.
I don't know, dude.
The pitching for sure.
Oh, pitching for sure, but
I don't know about
the Reds have star hitters besides Mustak. I mean, Mustak is playing his old team.
They have Suarez.
He's not a star.
Yeah.
And then they lost Dietrich.
Yeah.
So they lost double D's. So I don't know if that's gonna be a huge problem because he was the only guy on the Reds that I think was up for All-Star voting.
Oh yeah.
So that's gonna be a problem. No chance, Pittsburgh. Don't even have to explain. Will, I know you're from Pittsburgh, so that's a problem.
Well, my dad is.
Yeah, your dad is. But like, you like the Steelers, you like the Pirates. Yeah. That's a problem. But they're not. They're Josh Bell. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's about all you can say. NL West, last division. Contenders, Dodgers, best team in baseball. I'm just gonna sit back and I'm gonna say best team in baseball.
One of the best rotations.
Exactly, with Bueller and Kershaw. And then out of their 9-man batting order, I can name 6 guys. Peterson, Muncy,
Bellinger,
Turner, Bellinger, Betts. Oh, who's the other guy?
Muncy. You already said Muncy.
Yeah.
Turner. No.
Peterson.
No, you already said him.
Dude. There's one more.
I mean, I know Kike Hernandez. They have.
Oh, dude.
Austin Barnes. They have.
Oh my God.
I mean, they have lots.
Yeah, that is just stupid. The best team in baseball. And Seager. I forget Corey Seager.
Corey Seager, the shortstop.
I forget Corey Seager. But anyway, it's not even fair. Like, right? I mean, there's no question.
The bullpen too.
Good bullpen's phenomenal.
Good closer.
Yeah. And then another contender. We think the D-backs.
Sleepy. I think they're also a sleeper team.
They could be a sleeper, but I do think with the stuff they put up last year, and they were off to such a good start last year, I think they can be a problem.
Yeah.
Escobar is
Ketel Marte.
Phenomenal. Marte is great.
He's batting 350 the whole year. Pretty much.
Exactly. But they kind of fell off, costing them a playoff spot. There's no room to fall off in a 60-game season because every game is worth 3 times as much.
Yes.
So, just think of every team. Every game is a playoff game, right? So that's one way to think of it.
Yeah. The rotation's good too.
They got.
They added Bumgarner.
Ooh.
And
he's kind of fallen off though in the past couple.
And they have Greinke.
Okay.
Zach Greinke.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about it for the rotation.
Right. So I mean, their pitching is. They got a couple of guys who can be good.
Yeah.
Can be good. The consistency is always an issue for most of these teams. D-backs, they're one of those teams with a huge consistency problem.
Yeah.
But I think 60 games again. No room for not good finishing, right? We already talked about that with the Royals, and the Mariners. But I think they got off to a good start with Escobar and Marte. They're on their way.
They're on their way. Playoffs. Maybe
all right.
Wild card.
Dangerous team. We debated this. This division's not really stacked. One of the dangerous teams.
So one of them.
Padres, right?
That's like the first of it. First.
Yeah.
The head of the Rockies. That was the next one.
And then Rockies was the next one. So Rockies. Last year, I was honestly surprised about how disappointing the season was.
The Rockies?
Yes.
I was. I mean, they were.
Arenado and Blackman as a hitting duo.
And Trevor Story.
Oh my God! All those guys hit over 300.
Yeah, and they also all hit 25 plus.
Exactly. Well, Blackman hits like 330, but they need to improve the season to be able to get Arenado to stay.
Yes, because he was. Remember
free
those
agency's
trade talks last year.
Last year too, yeah, right.
And now that they
we did an episode on MLB trades, and he was in one of them. Free agency now coming up for
August 31st. In fact.
Well, yeah, that's the deadline.
The deadline.
But it's close now.
Yeah.
To be able to trade, or he's probably gonna pull Jamal Adams if they're not good and just say, hey, this team is terrible. I want to leave.
Yeah, he's kind of in a spot with Jamal Adams.
He's kind of in the same
like,
situation.
You have other stars, like Jamal Adams has Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean? Like Charlie Black.
He did have Roddy Anderson.
Yes.
Le'Veon Bell did.
Where'd Roddy Anderson go? Not just get off topic. I'm just interested.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I think maybe in Broncos.
Yeah.
But yeah. So he had star players around him, but the team overall was just too sucky, so he's just gonna decide to leave. Like that's probably Arenado, right?
The pitching's so bad.
The pitching's terrible.
They have no one.
So, and then, dude, Padres are loaded. Machado, Hosmer. They got Hosmer from the Walkers.
Tatis.
Oh my God, dude. He's like the next Ortiz. Oh yeah. The way he hits the ball.
Yeah, just he's a righty, but I mean, still.
Well, I mean, yeah. If he explodes, I'll give him respect. But you can't expect Hosmer and Machado to carry the team.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
So if Tatis has to be able to help, has to be able to be consistent, that was his problem. Pitching is not great.
It's not the worst, but
I'll give him respect, but until then, no way.
Yeah.
No chance.
Giants. They play tonight. They're gonna get smoked.
They're gonna get smoked by LA.
They're gonna get swept first series.
Dude, that even no question, right? I think they're gonna get.
They're old.
They're gonna get destroyed. Yeah, exactly. Their team, if they kept Bumgarner, they'd probably be one of the oldest teams in the MLB, right? And then they have like Cueto, who's like in his early 30s, mid 30s.
They got a new manager.
Okay.
They got the Phillies one from last year.
Oh, okay. Gabe
Kapler.
Yeah, Kapler. That was his last name.
Yeah.
I read an article today about him actually at Sports Illustrated. But he's a good manager.
He is.
I feel like he can make their team good. But until then, they're an old
They're tanking.
They're tanking. Let me get the number 1 overall pick in the MLB draft next year. All right. That is our division preview.
That's it.
You did not agree. Most of you guys did not. If you're Red fans, you did not. Well, except this guy right here.
Yeah.
Just comment. Like, share, get this thing out here. Yep, give us subs.
Road to 100.
Yeah, road to 100, you guys. Road to 100, our 100th subscriber. We're probably gonna do a giveaway. I have merch in our basement, so we got merch. I'm not gonna try to give it away, but we do have merch. So
once we hit 100, we'll talk more about it.
Yeah. So once we hit 100th subscriber, merch, baby, merch. Stu.
All right.
Thanks for being here, my dude. Appreciate it, brother. Hey guys, by the way, so I believe this is episode 30. This episode 34, maybe, all time, counting College Game Day. Episode 35. We'll try to do something special for you guys because that is amazing. Stu, 34th straight episode, my 35th. Until then, peace.